Hello there, greetings my dear friends. My name is Saeed and I am an online English language teacher. This is another episode from the series of video lessons devoted to the vocabulary for the IELTS speaking section. And the topic of today's episode will be clothes and fashion. Well, if we speak about the total amount of the lessons produced, this is the lesson number 11, which makes me very happy because, I've gone that far. And actually, the topic of fashion and clothes, I don't think it's very, very popular, but, it may pop up, so we better be fully prepared. So the examiner may ask you questions about clothes you like to wear, or maybe about your attitude towards fashion in general. So if you pay a close attention to the words and phrases that are highlighted in a yellowy orangey color, it will be very, very useful for you, okay? So now we are moving to the speaking part 1 questions. So here we are, part 1 style questions. And the first question goes, do you enjoy buying clothes? A guy named Pedro, that's the male's name, Spanish name, is responding, I used to, yes. Like most young people, I was a bit of slave to fashion, and I'd always have to buy that must-have short or pair of shoes. I'm not so bothered now, though. I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing something old-fashioned, but I'm not as bothered as I used to be about what I wear. All right, Pedro, good for you. You've got something more important in life, huh? Okay, question number 2. What kind of clothes do you like to wear? The guy named Marco, that's the Italian male's name, he's responding, I prefer casual clothes, really. I hate getting dressed up for special occasions. Personally, I think it's possible to look good in a pair of jeans, but that's just my opinion. I don't think my wife would call me a fashion icon, that's for sure. All right, and here we are with the third question of the speaking part 1. Are there many clothes shops where you live? The girl named Sylvia is responding. Yes, there are lots in my town. Apart from the big chain stores, we've got a couple of really nice shops that sell vintage clothes. Old clothes, but in a classic style that never really go out of fashion. I love going there. Well, my friends, that was the end of the speaking part 1, and now it's time for us to check out the speaking part 2. So here's our cue card. Describe someone you know who dresses well. You should say who this person is, how you know him or her, what kind of clothes he or she likes to wear, and say why you like the way this person dresses. As always, my dear friends, I'd like to remind you that you can, and you probably ought to, pause the video in this very moment to allocate yourself some 60 seconds of time to prepare, to write out any ideas or thoughts that can come to your head regarding this very topic. And also, additionally, you can also have like 2 minutes of time to actually speak out the answer to this question, imagining you're like in the middle of the room talking to the examiner directly face to face, or having the video interview using the online video conferencing tools. Oh my god, I said that on one breath. Wow. Okay, so, and we shall move on to the model band 9 answer. So here we are. The girl named Jenna is proposing the following band 9 answer to this question. I'd like to talk about one of my teachers, Miss Evans. She teaches us English in the school I go to. We always look forward to seeing what she's going to wear when our lessons start. She's always very well dressed and takes a lot of pride in her appearance. It's not that she dresses in very smart clothes. She doesn't come to school dressed to kill or anything like that. But what she wears really suits her. And she has a great sense of style as well. We often ask her where she gets some of her clothes, and most of the time they're just off the peg. And she says she's not interested in designer labels or anything like that. She doesn't seem too concerned about keeping up with the latest fashion. She just wears clothes that are timeless. Yeah, Miss Evans is the person I think looks great in the clothes she wears. Okay guys, this was the Band 9 model answer for the speaking part 2. I think it had really nice expressions and phrases, some collocations. And we shall move on to the final, third part of the speaking section of the IELTS. Part 3 style questions. What factors do you think affect the clothes we choose to wear? And then the person named Maki, I don't want to sound full here, but I'm not sure if it is a female or a male's name, so guys, I'm not going to comment on this one. It depends. Well, it depends on where we are or where we're going is a big factor. If you're going out to a club or party, you're going to dress for the occasion. And then there are those who think it's important to look like they're on trend. They'll want to wear the latest fashions. There are lots of factors, really. All right, so the second question. What kind of things determine what is in fashion and what we should be wearing? The guy, whose name is Martin, is responding. I suppose the big fashion houses and fashion shows must have an effect, but the clothes you see on the on the catwalk don't always reflect what normal people wear. So I suppose it will be things like what singers are wearing in videos or models are wearing in magazines, that kind of thing. Totally agree with Martin because sometimes by mistake I open the channels that are about fashion because I'm not a very big fashion monger. Well, that's another word I should have included in the lesson. So you can pick it up from the video. Fashion monger. I'm not a big fashion monger, so I'm not really into the fashion and stuff. But sometimes I see the clothes the models are wearing, the ones that are walking on the catwalk, and this is I can't imagine myself coming to work wearing what those guys are showing off. It's too extraordinary for me. Okay. And we have the final question. Is it possible to look good without spending lots of money on clothes? Karina, the girl, she's responding. I'm sure it is, yes. I suppose it's about having an eye for what looks good, knowing how to mix and match different items of clothing that go well together. I think you can pick up great bargains in charity shops. Sometimes for youngsters, even hand-me-downs can look really good. Well, my friends, that's it. These are all the questions from all of the 3 sections of the speaking. And now we shall move on to the what? Vocabulary section. That's right. And we have the following definitions to work with. To be on trend means to be very fashionable. Casual clothes means not formal. I would say ordinary clothes, mundane. Classic style, it's a simple traditional style that is always fashionable. Designer label means a well-known company that makes often expensive clothing. Dressed to kill, wearing clothes that attract admirers. To dress for the occasion, to wear clothes suitable for a particular event. Fashionable means in fashion, trendy. I heard one girl said the word dashing. Maybe, well, that's not exactly in fashion, but maybe it's just looking great. Fashion house, it's a company that sells usually expensive new styles in clothes. Fashion icon, that would be a person who is famous for their sense of fashion. All right. Fashion show, it's an event where models show off their latest in fashion designs. To get dressed up, that would be to put on nice clothes, often to go out somewhere special. To go out of fashion means to not be in fashion anymore. To go out of fashion. I don't know why I wrote it again. Hand-me-downs, that is clothes that are passed down from older brothers or sisters to their younger siblings. Hand-me-downs. For example, if you have a brother or sister older than you, and you're like wearing what is left from him or her, that means that you're wearing hand-me-downs. To have an eye for fashion in this case means to be a good judge of fashion. To have a sense of style is the ability to wear clothes that look stylish. The height of fashion means very fashionable. To keep up with the latest fashion stands for to wear the latest fashions. To look good in means to wear something that suits you. To mix and match would be to wear different styles or items of clothing that aren't part of a set outfit. Must have, something that is highly fashionable and therefore in demand. So you gotta have this item. Off the peg means clothing that is ready-made. Old-fashioned stands for not in fashion anymore. Like, on the catwalk means the stage that models walk along to show off the latest fashions. A slave to fashion, that would be someone who always feel the need to wear the latest fashions. A fashionmonger, as I said, right? Smart clothes means the kind of clothes worn for a formal event. To suit someone means to look good on someone. To take pride in one's appearance stands for to pay attention to how one looks. To take care of one's exterior, like outlook. Timeless means something that doesn't go out of fashion. Vintage clothes, clothes from an earlier period. And finally, well-dressed means to be dressed attractively. Okay, my friends, this is the end of the lesson devoted to clothes and fashion. Thank you so much for staying with me. I will be very happy to see you in the next video episodes. I have so many topics planned ahead, and I am sure you will find them very useful for your IELTS preparation, especially for the speaking part of the test. Thank you so much, and stay healthy and positive, and good luck with your IELTS preparation. Bye!